What's up, people? Welcome back. This is Chef Ed Harris, restaurant consultant extraordinaire. This is day 32, and we're talking about the 3 things that are killing packaging. All right, let's dive in. So, if your seasoning or your line is not selling, one of the major things that's happening could be your packaging. All right. So one of the first things you want to pay attention to is when your label has too much information on it, right? It basically becomes information overload, right? It becomes confusion. You know, there's too many things going on. You can't, it's too much to digest. It's like going on a website to shop or going somewhere and there's just so many options that you end up leaving the store without anything because you couldn't decide, right? So your label needs to be clean, it needs to be concise, it needs to be straight to the point. All right, just enough information to whet the appetite, to get people really excited, but then also not over deliver, right? But deliver in a way that makes sense. The other one I would say is you don't want a situation where your packaging or your labeling looks cheap or makes your product look cheap. Because imagine you have this bomb fire blend, right? Like, it's money, but your packaging just doesn't convey how good it is, right? You either wrote the label and you stuck it on there yourself and it's crooked, if you're doing it yourself, or the quality of the sticker on the packaging is not the best, or maybe the pouch that you're using is not the best quality, so it looks flimsy. Like, there's so many things that could go wrong with label and packaging that you really want to pay attention to, right? So you have to make sure that you're not just relying on the fact that your seasoning tastes really good or this blend is amazing, but the presentation of it, what is being sold in, what it's being packaged in, what represents that label, that also needs to look like quality. Another thing to look out for is no clear use case, right? Like, if I pick up your blend, I should be able to tell what I can use it with, what I can use it for, what flavor profiles is going to help me create, right? Like, I shouldn't have to wonder and think, if I add this to my food, what is the flavor going to be when it's all said and done? That's like the worst case scenario, right? So you need to be able to, your packaging, your label, the names, everything needs to tell people immediately what they're getting, right? From the name of the blend to the description to what is being used for, all of those things need to make sense. So basically, your package, or I should say your packaging, should answer 3 things. What is it used for? Why do I need it? And how do I use it? If you answer those 3 things, you're in a really good place. All right. So make sure you pay attention to this before you decide to launch your product. Make sure that you are well aware of what it looks like from the outside looking in. And then always stress test. Like, once you're ready to go, give that to a close friend, family, a coworker, someone that you trust, and have them tell you their thoughts. Have them tell you, well, if you didn't tell me what to put on it, I wouldn't have known. Like, listen to what they tell you, and then based off of that, make sure that you regroup or you fine tune so you can launch a much better product. All right. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.